Welcome back, everybody. Dave, ABQSCNC. We are back for another edition of the Power Rankings, powered by Gizmo, the world-famous Gizmo. Heading into Week 16, the Power Rankings have been brought to you by Gizmo. Before we get into the Power Rankings, I want to remind everybody about the breaks we have coming up. Christmas Eve, we are breaking 3 boxes of 2019 Topps Holiday Mega Boxes. It is $2.20 per team. All teams are still currently available if you'd like to get in on this break. Email us abqscandc@gmail.com. $3.50 for shipping. No extra charge for multiple teams taken. And on the 28th, Saturday the 28th, we will be breaking open 2 boxes of 2019 Topps Chrome Update Mega Boxes. Price is $1.60 per team. The numbers of the teams available still should be showing up on your screen right now. These are random breaks. You pick the number of the team that you want. The wheel of names decides the teams. Same thing, $3.50 for shipping, no extra charge for multiple teams taken. And on to the Power Rankings. This is the bottom half of the league. Number 32, the Cincinnati Bengals, down 1 spot. Gizmo says back down to the bottom by being the Bengals we all have known this season. Johnny Waldek's Bengals on the bottom. Todd McShay's version 1.0 mock draft has come up, and it has Burrows, Curtis Elliott's guy, Burrows, going to the Bengals. So we'll see how Johnny Waldek feels about that. Number 31, sitting right on top of him, is C. Rogers' Detroit Lions, down 1 spot as well. Gizmo says Coach Patricia may be around next season, but no positives to help his effort. This team has a lot of holes. They got rid of a lot of their players through trades. They need to figure out what they're going to do. I think they need to take Burrows and get rid of Stafford, but that's just my opinion. Number 30, the Arizona Cardinals, also down 1 spot. Gizmo says ugly season for quarterback Murray, but it's a learning lesson for next year and hopefully better results. He's performed just like every other rookie. Even Baker Mayfield had just about the same stats last year. It was not fantastic. It was not horrible. It was not great. It was just middle of the road, getting used to the NFL. The only one who's had a better starting is Jackson and Tom Brady. Number 29, the Miami Dolphins, down 3 spots. Gizmo says, what happened to tanking this season? Oh well, on to next season and make better decisions. They got rid of almost all of their star players, and they are still winning games in the NFL. Hats off to those guys for not giving up when they really could have. Number 28, Washington Redskins. My Redskins down 1 spot at 28. Gizmo says another loss to a divisional team. Fell to the bottom of the division. See how it takes against next week and the Giants. Big matchup. Gizmo's Giants and my Redskins. Who will have bragging rights? Probably not me. Redskins look horrible. We should have won that game, but ended up losing at the end as our defense just gave it up. Number 27, oh looky here. Gizmo's very own Giants moving up 5 spots after 1 win. Gizmo was bringing out the tissue with his Eli Manning jersey on, eating tears and bratwurst. Gizmo says possibly Eli's last game went out on a positive note. For sure, Hall of Famer, 2-time MVP of the Super Bowl. He's not wrong. Giants, due to the injury to Jones, gave the reins back to Eli. He performed just like he always has, like same as Murray. Wasn't great, wasn't fantastic, but he got the job done. It's the team. You got to work with the team you're given, and his is not. The defense is not great right now. Number 26, Spidey's New York Jets. Arana boys down 3 spots. Gizmo says, outplayed by the Ravens big time. No spoilers for the Jets. Another losing season. They scored 21 points in garbage time after RG3 came in. So they played just like a 3-10 team would. Ravens are a powerhouse right now. They shut them down, and Jets have a great defense. If they can figure out their offense, they'll be unstoppable. Number 25, the Atlanta Falcons staying in the same spot. Gizmo says players haven't quit on their coach by beating the Saints and the Niners on the road. He's safe for next season. Bold prediction. It's supposed to be the other way around. You're supposed to beat the teams you're supposed to and have a hard time with these other teams, but they have stepped it up. Playing the role of spoiler are the Atlanta Falcons. Number 24, Jacksonville Jaguars, up 4 spots. Gizmo says, ruining the Raiders' adieu to Oakland was a small victory considering the disappointing season. Minshew magic, baby! Back in the reins, taking control of that offense and getting it done. Another one that, middle of the road, has moments with some more time under center. Could be good. We'll see if he gets it. 23, Los Angeles Chargers down 1 spot. Gizmo says Rivers' time in Los Angeles may be coming to a close. Turnover issues plaguing him. It's Rivers. This is the way he's been. They should have gotten rid of him a long time ago and moved on. If he hangs on for another year, it's just going to be more of the same. Don't see anything changing. Number 22, the Tampa Bay Bucks, up 2 spots. Gizmo says too late in the season, but the 4-game winning streak is showing some hope for next year. No. I mean, if you want to stay the same and suck, keep Jameis Winston. I'm cool with that. That means my team will have a better chance of beating you guys because Winston is the new Ryan Fitzpatrick. He is either 5 touchdowns or 5 interceptions. So take your pick. Number 21, the Oakland Raiders down 2 spots. Gizmo says all the hype in the beginning of the season has faded quickly with the losing streak. This team was looking good. Jacobs and the guys were playing well. Injuries and taking Clelin Ferrell number 4 when they should have gone a different direction. Possibly hurt this team. Number 20, the Carolina Panthers up 1 spot. Gizmo says 0-6 in the second half of the season. No answers for this team. Might as well start thinking of next year. Will Cam Newton be with the team? Will he not? Is the big question. Number 19, Cleveland Browns down 1 spot. Gizmo says lost to the Cardinals, and this once Cinderella team supposedly just turned out to be the same old Browns. Up and down year for sure. Is it Kitchen's fault? Is it the coordinator's fault? Is it Baker's fault? Is it a combination of the 3? You decide, dog pound. We'll see what happens. Number 18, the Philadelphia Eagles, up 2 spots. Yeah. Gizmo says still finding a way to win without a complete team. Wentz has a big game coming up. So, Eagles control their own destiny right now. If they win out and the Cowboys lose a game, they are in the playoffs. Just got to make it happen. They get the Giants and then the Cowboys this week. So if they beat the Cowboys, they got a good chance to win that division, and they need to beat the Giants one more time. So Giants will definitely be looking to play the spoiler. Number 17, finishing out the bottom half of the league, are the Denver Broncos, down 1 spot. Gizmo says 3 losing seasons in a row. Need major overhaul in the offseason to be competitive again. I will say Drew Lock finally is getting playing time. That should have happened a while ago. Now, whether or not they keep going his direction or they move an entirely different one remains to be seen. Upper half of the league now. Number 16, Curtis Elliott, Chicago Bears, down 2 spots. Gizmo says, what can you say about the Bears? Came up short with the playground laterals at the end. They had a chance to make those work, but Buddy Boy fumbled the ball more than he tried to lateral it, as one more lateral, and I believe they would have scored that winning touchdown. I do like those uniforms, though. Those uniforms were sharp. At number 15, the Dallas Cowboys up 2 spots. Gizmo says, should botch the coin toss more often and win like they did. Eagles are outmanned, but who knows? That was hilarious in the beginning. Like, Dak just showed, like, why nobody likes him, because he, instead of saying defer, he said he wanted defense. And then finally somehow stumbles his way enough to say defer that New York gives them the ball in the second half when there's no way they should have gotten the ball in the second half. That was hilarious. Number 14, the Indianapolis Colts up 1 spot. Gizmo says Brissett and Colts out of the playoffs. Not competitive at all against the Saints. They looked fantastic in the beginning of the year. The end part of the year is when you need to grind out those games and win, and they have not been able to do so. Brissett signed an extension, so it'll be interesting to see how his progression goes. They need help in multiple areas on that team. At number 13, the Pittsburgh Steelers down 1 spot. Gizmo says, which quarterback do you go with? Flip-flop back and forth. Tomlin's big issue with Hodges, 4 interceptions. Hodges just didn't have any zip on the ball, was floating it up there and making poor choices. That defense was coming after him, so can't really blame him, but need to definitely, for somebody who, like his first couple games, everybody was touting his ball control. He has not been doing that lately. Number 12, Tennessee Titans down 2 spots. Gizmo says Tannehill's magic has faded with loss. Need help to reach the playoffs. Slim to none is the chance. Tannehill's pouring buckets of water out of a sinking ship. It was only a matter of time before they got back to how they were. It's 1 loss, but it might be enough to keep them out. At number 11, right before the top 10, are the Los Angeles Rams, staying in the same spot. Gizmo says, disappointing loss to the Cowboys. Not the same team as last year. Need to figure things out. So Goff is not that great. I don't know if everybody's just figuring this out now. He's best when the running game is going and he can work off of play action. Everybody's figuring out their formations, and it's hurting this team as they are not the same. Gizmo is correct. They are not the same as they were last year or even the year before. Top 10, baby. No, top 10 teams in the league. Houston Texans coming in at number 10, up 3 spots. Gizmo says, best team in the AFC South, but their inconsistent play will not get them far in the playoffs. This has been this team's MO ever since Watson took over. Sometimes they look great, sometimes they don't. This defense has been enough to carry this team most of the time, keeping them in games. If they cannot do it, they're going to have problems. Watson can shine, but can he keep it going consistently is the key. Number 9, the Buffalo Bills staying in the same spot. Gizmo says, in the playoffs, but will probably not surpass the Patriots, much less the Ravens. I disagree. I think with Edelman and his knee injury, the Bills now have a better shot. Totally going on record here and saying that the Bills will get bounced in the championship game. They will take that loss and figure out that they need Antonio Brown, and they will pick up Antonio Brown in the offseason to take double teams, spread the defense, as they will feel that that is the missing piece in their offense, as they do not have that receiver to currently do that. So if it happens, I called it right here. Number 8, New England Patriots staying in the same spot. Gizmo says what the team needed, a 1-win team to play against to stop the losing streak. Julian Edelman has a partial tear in his ACL, and he is still going to play. He could end his career on this game. He's probably going to be heavily taped, heavily bandaged. He is not going to be as effective, but just him being on the field is going to be enough to draw some attention to free up the other guys. These other receivers need to step it up. Harry, Dorsett, all these other guys are dropping too many passes in the end zone. Patriots are not going to go far if they keep doing that. Number 7, Minnesota Vikings staying in the same spot. Gizmo says playoff bound with more dominant teams will make it hard for the Vikes to get through the playoffs. Another team, Dalvin Cook cannot get going. This team will not get going as well. Their defense is good, but not great. So we'll see how this works out for the Vikings as it's all on Cousins now. Number 6, the San Francisco 49ers down 4 spots. Uh-oh. Gizmo losing faith in the Niners here. Gizmo says loss knocked Niners out of the top seed into the wild card spot and dropping 4 spots here. That they did indeed. Saints win, 49ers loss, flip that whole playoff picture right around. Niners should be back on the win trail. They do have a tough schedule, and then even tougher once you make the playoffs, so we'll see how this season ends up for them. That defense needs to stay dominant. They should have won that game, but they didn't. Top 5 time, Kansas City Chiefs staying in the same spot. Gizmo says no matter the issue, equipment late, players late, Mahomes keeps the Chiefs rolling with plays. It was a snow day, folks. They were having fun in the snow. That field looked fantastic, considering how much snow there was before the game. Hats off to the ground crew at Kansas City. So if they can keep it going, they will definitely go far in the playoffs. Number 4, Green Bay Packers staying in the same spot. Gizmo says, don't write off the Packers in the playoffs. Quietly finding ways to win. Defense and Rodgers on the move. I called this in the beginning of the season. That defense is the key to everything. They are on it. They are creating turnovers. This team is unstoppable. Top 3, Seattle Seahawks making it to the top 3, up 3 spots. Gizmo says, another dangerous team in the playoffs, playing better on the road than home. Very interesting. This Seahawks team, man, they are tough. They started out the season like they always do, horrible, and then turned on the Jets and have not looked back. Russell Wilson is the key. You can't stop him. You can only hope to slow him down. Number 2, New Orleans Saints, up 1 spot. Gizmo says Breeze breaking records and making sure his team doesn't suffer like the Niners. Breeze, all-time touchdown passing leader and new record holder for completion percentage in a game, going 29 for 30. Gave all the credit to his teammates and says that while the record for the completion percentage is great, he'll always look back on that one pass and it will probably haunt him the rest of his life. That's hilarious. Breeze, man, never, always striving for more. Love this guy even when he was with San Diego. How different would the NFL be if Breeze gone to Miami instead of New Orleans? After his free agency, would he have been the same player? Would Miami be dominant? Who knows, man? Alternate universe. And finally, number 1, Isaac Z's Baltimore Ravens. Gizmo says they are the team to beat. No stopping the Ravens that shreds teams with no issues. Road to the Super Bowl. This team stays healthy, especially Lamar Jackson. They are going to go far. The only thing that's going to beat this team is themselves. Turnovers, anything like that. If they get some bad breaks, they could lose, but I don't see it happening. It could. It's the NFL any given Sunday, right? All right, that is the power rankings heading into week 16. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Gizmo for getting the power rankings going and continuing all season. Hats off to you, sir. Unfortunately, I hope your Giants do not win this week against my Redskins, but it is what it is. Everybody have a safe night, stay safe, and we will catch you guys again later. Thank you. Bye.